Hello! Well, this is our pre-Game of Thrones show that we're going to do every Sunday until the show's all over with. But Alexandra in our chat in YouTube said the episode leaked 8 hours ago. We're behind the.
She's
behind
got all
the
the
times.
connections.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah.
You know all the stuff.
All those Romanian connections.
Yeah. Well, we have to find a way to communicate with Alexandra outside of YouTube if she's got all these kind of connections and everything.
We should have some kind of communication link.
Well, we have plenty of. There's sound coming out of there.
I thought I turned this off.
All I'll say is it's fantastic for real, no hyperbole. All right, no spoilers, please.
No, I'm not gonna.
All right, good.
She's
good,
like,
cool.
I'm going. Bye, Alexandra.
After so around 10 o'clock Eastern. Right now it's 8 o'clock Eastern here. We may be back on to ooh ah about the episode. So if you want to come back then. What? I
thought someone wrote something that you went ooh in the.
No.
You were oohing and eyeing, which is what we will do at 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's your name, Free Folk on Reddit. All right, cool.
Ah, nice.
I am Adam of Geekheim.
I like it.
Oh, that's Reddit Free Folk. That's where the.
That's where it leaked.
It leaked, yes. Anyway, hello everyone. Sorry, we're all over the place. Catch you later, Alexandra. Tuesday we're going to do Star Trek Discovery wrap up one. I was a little upset, so I couldn't do a live thing this week. But anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for pre-Game of Thrones and the cool little drawing that my wife did. All right, now I see the blue eyes. I didn't see the blue eyes. She's got the spiral up there. We watched a 15-minute video all about the spiral.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We've kind of lost our mind.
Yes. Other than, hey, the spiral. It appears
I did
a lot.
I did like the part where they mentioned how the spiral used to be on the ground so that the children of the forest, is that what they're called?
Children of Summer, I think.
Children of Summer could see it when they go into the eyes of the ravens, because the ravens fly overhead and they see it. And now they're putting them up on the walls for the humans to see, because the humans are the bad guys now. Bad guys.
Well, yes.
Well, as if you're from the Night King's side.
Yes.
They're the Night King's enemies now.
They've always been the Night King's enemies.
Well, yes, but before they were more interested in getting back at the Children of the Summer, right? Like they were the ones that did this to them.
Yes, and because the Children of Summer were using them to get back at the First Men.
Right.
But then when I think they decided to be like, hey, we don't like any of you now, so then they started to attack the Children of Summer, and then the wall got built and all that fun stuff happened.
Alexandra says this is, people are already rating it top 5 of the entire show this episode.
Wow.
Well, but in a way it should be, right? I mean, we're at the end, we're
every
wrapping
one of
everything
these
up,
should
so
be
that's
like
good.
The whole season should just be the top 6.
And hi, Bobcha, no, we are not in a food coma.
It was hard.
Not for me, I did a good job. I had a little bit too much sugar at one point, and I went,
I didn't think I did that bad of a job, but yeah. But I feel better now.
All right, so aside from Alexandra, does anyone have any cool theories about what's going to happen tonight? I threw a couple up there in the scroll. I was wondering if Bran is going to kill Jaime. I don't really think so, but he was giving him the evil eye. What is the deal with that limb spiral? We talked about that already a little bit. And who dies this week?
Yeah,
someone has to die this week. There was that Umber kid is the only one that died last week, really.
True. I mean, and assuming also all of the people whose limbs they used to make the spiral.
Well, yeah, but we don't know who they were. They were nameless people.
Nameless Umbers.
Yeah, fodder. And it was, I did appreciate that the second time I watched that, I could tell that there were actual legs in the spiral, too.
Yeah.
Not just arms.
Yeah, that's all the bendy ones were legs. And, like, I looked really closely when we were doing that, we were watching the videos, and, like, you don't really want to look closely at a spiral made of limbs. But yeah, like the way they like put nails in through like the meaty part of the leg, the detail was that was impressive. But I don't really ever want to think about the detail of what it would take to make art out of limbs. Yeah.
No, sorry, I got distracted there. Man, Alexandra's talking this thing up. She's getting me all psyched. This is good. This is good. I did need.
I'm very confident it's not extra. Oh man.
All right, cool.
Yes. So we are pre-gaming of Thrones.
Yeah. There is supposed to be a dash in there, right? I put a dash in.
That's how I did mine too.
All right, cool.
So
Sounds good.
I think so.
I even did a little promo video for this. I
me.
should drop a link somewhere in there, but anyway. All right. So Let's talk. We did babble last week, right after the episode, a little bit, right?
We did.
Was there anything else
You
that
babbled before. I babbled before.
I babbled before.
I joined you for the last 15 minutes of
So,
babble.
do we have anything new about last week's episode that we would like to contemplate or? I didn't realize that the introduction. I knew that it changed big time and they did different stuff, but I didn't catch on that it was from the Night King's perspective. At the beginning, like it was on that side of the wall, and came through.
Yeah, we did start on that side of the wall.
I thought that was pretty cool. Does that mean something?
I don't know. Now, and we watched a bunch of videos, and there's so much going on that it's exciting to just see what's going to happen. But I really got the feeling, because the third episode's supposed to be the Battle of Winterfell.
Yeah.
So what's going on in this one that it makes it so good? Well, but the pre-battles are usually...
Something really dramatic and big happens that it's like the thing that's meant to break Winterfell's spirit. Or something happens, or like one side figures out a way, like maybe at the end of this, the Night King does the crypt maneuver.
Yeah. I am 100%. If you missed the writing from season 1 before, you
won't miss it tonight. Ooh.
Nice.
So more boobies.
Those were. How could there possibly be more?
There were only 6 last week. I counted. I should have a little booby counter.
I don't understand.
There should be a death counter and a booby counter.
No, I don't understand how they can
possibly. And a horrific burning people.
Ooh. Yeah, I am probably, I'm 99% sure that he is going to raise all of the dead Starks out of that crypt, and that's what's gonna freak Arya out, because that girl is supposed to be like stone cold now. Well, speaking of stone,
boom,
one of the ones that they're supposed to raise. I mean, they brought Catelyn Stark back and put her in the crypt, right?
Oh, bet.
Did she get back?
They did. I don't know. We'll find out tonight.
And that was the thing. Like in the books, she was found by, because in the books the phrase killed her and then threw her in the river, and she had ripped her face with her fingernails, and then they slit her throat and they threw her in the river, and then the Brotherhood without banners found her, and since they were all followers of the God of Light that have all of the bring people back from the dead juju.
Say hi to Lego in chat.
Hi, Lego. Since they have all that bring people back from the dead juju, that's how she came back and became Lady Stoneheart in the books.
You'll get some unexpected boobies tonight. Caitlin Stark boobies.
Unexpected boobs?
Yeah. Zombie boobs.
Zombie boobs?
It's still boobs. It's kind of like pizza.
No, it's not.
Even though it's boobs, are still boobs.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm a decrepit old man. I know I shouldn't be that way.
Well, I mean, they're going to be decrepit old boobies.
Hey, sweet.
So, yes, so that's how some speculate that Lady Stoneheart will appear in this, is because the people in the crypt the Starks in the crypt will be resurrected, and she will be amongst them. And that, I think, is what would make Arya look scared again, because she's pretty much done with looking scared.
Yeah, and given that situation, I would even think that she, knowing what we know about Arya, that she would look more sad than scared, and she clearly looks more scared than sad. Like if I saw my dad get up and walk down the block from where he's buried and trying to kill me, there would be a certain degree, of course, of terror, but of just being sad.
Yeah, but if it was like your headless dad, your, face-rended mom, your
but she didn't rend her face in this version, right?
She did.
She did?
They did a really good job of that. She when they killed Robb, she brought her hands up and just went, ah, and then they slit her throat. So, they followed the book. The Red Wedding was very much for par of the book, par for the book, par for the course. I don't know. The Red Wedding was very similar to how it happened in the book. So that's how she should appear when she appears tonight.
Letting Lego know it's very entertaining if you don't mind nudity and violence. I know some people are turned off to that.
Lots of violence, yeah.
Lots of violence,
like
yeah.
pretty much every trigger warning that could ever be had, it should be had for Game of Thrones. In the beginning, when it pops up on HBO and it's like, TVMA, and then they have the list of the reasons it's TVMA, all of the reasons are there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nudity, language, violence. I mean, all of the reasons.
Word.
And yeah, and I think it is probably the farthest I will go to watch art, because like the scary movies that are basically all bloody violence.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are gory beyond how a person's gonna look if they're getting killed, like blood splattering and shooting everywhere. Like that is more entertaining and funny to me than horrific. Whereas some of those horror movies are just horrific. I don't really watch those because I don't find them entertaining. But Game of Thrones has.
Yeah, it's got a lot. The characters are ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Many of them.
Yeah.
And not good isn't good, but good as in you want to see what happens.
Well written and well acted, yes.
Yeah. As long as Tyrion stays alive. But I'm getting more and more nervous the more things I see about his character arc for this season.
Oh.
I'll be sad. I'll be so sad.
Oh, I have a minion sticker. See?
Oh, a minion sticker. Yeah. That'll save us from the zombies.
My daughter gave me a minion sticker today.
So that would be a way, because segueing back to Battle of Winterfell stuff, there's always the search for a way to find a secret way into the stronghold. Like there was even the thing with the Unsullied, how they had a secret way in to wherever it was they were trying to attack the Lannisters at, but all the Lannisters had skipped town.
Yeah.
So there's always that. It was that was Tyrion, right? He told him because he was part of Daenerys' troop now, and he gave him the secret way in. That's always the thing. If you got a way to get even a small number of troops in there, it causes so much chaos that people just go ape crazy, and then that's when you attack from the outside and everything.
Yeah, and if you can just raise the dead from an area of the keep.
And one thing I haven't thought about much during the course of the episode, the series, is that I didn't realize how intelligent the White Walkers and Night King are supposed to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I just didn't realize that they still kept like virtually all their intelligence or whatever they had. Because I just thought that they were all just like, mostly mindless, but you have this power, so you just inherently know how to use it.
Yeah, no, I think that's why. I think that's the difference between how White Walkers are made from living beings and Whites are made from dead ones.
All right, so White Walker, can it be a White Walker touches a human and they turn into a thing, or does it have to be the Night King himself?
I want to say it has to be the Night King himself. Like, he has the ability to make White Walkers.
So, and the Night King was touching the babies. Do the babies like grow up like normal?
No, because as soon as he touched them, he became
his eyes. I meant like, do they grow up to be a?
Oh, do they like immediately, like shoot up and now they're adults?
I know they don't do that, but like in my mind, that anything that when you magically affect something like that, like it normally stays in that form. Like vampires, whenever a vampire gets turned, they're that age forever.
Obviously, that's not true, but I don't know the pace at which they grow.
Yeah, is it like delayed or? Yeah. And so if the White Walker, what's to prevent him in battle from just like grappling tons of humans and just turning them? Is it like a little bit more of a process and like a lot of his energy probably goes into it?
It seems like that, and maybe that's why he prefers babies, because they probably don't take as much.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of will.
They don't have a lot of will, and maybe overriding the will so that the programming of being a White Walker is easier when they're, fresh and blank than, when they're a full-grown human. Yeah, I don't feel like I remember...
White Walker preschool. Oh, no. Oh gosh.
That's what I was. As soon as you asked that question, I'm like, now I'm imagining an entire like compound of like White Walker training and all of these like White Walker kids walking around.
It would fix the problem when the kids' pets died.
And
Have to
that was
flush them down the
exactly what I
toilet.
was thinking. And all these like dead animals like following around. It's like, I told you not to raise Sparky anymore.
Mm-hmm. Let him rest in peace. That's how you get cats with 9 lives. They keep bringing them back. Maybe that's where it came from. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So there was that. All right. So I think that answered most of my questions. That would be cool if there's a bunch of little kids somewhere, though. No.
I mean,
and he
clearly,
just likes babies. Like the Night King just likes babies. He thinks they're adorable, and he turns them when they're young, so they stay that way forever. So okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say we definitely need to see the fallout of John learning his true parentage, and how he deals with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
I
We're all
don't.
over the place. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. But I was just thinking the things that definitely need to happen. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he would expose that until after this battle's over. I think that he, like he wants the best for everyone, and he's definitely not power hungry. So if he was power hungry, he'd go into it right now.
Yeah.
And try and do things. But he wants everyone to survive this battle. And he knows that would just throw a big old monkey wrench into everything, and not want that. But now I'm thinking a little bit. Do you think Sam is angry enough that he would say something early, like to John's sisters? Because we know.
I feel like that may be a wild card.
Yeah.
He was angry. He was very angry at the loss of his brother, and here he has this information that, the woman who made that decision isn't truly supposed to be queen. So...
Mm-hmm. All right. Good seeing you,
Bye,
Lego.
Lego.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm getting excited for that new server. I really am. For those that don't know, Lego and I are on a Minecraft server, the 8-bit community. If you hit bang join in chat in the Twitch, you can see their info there, and we're all excited because there's going to be a new version of Minecraft coming out. When they do, the server's going to switch over to it, so I'm all jazzed up for that. So sorry.
So I think that is a good possibility. Yeah, because I don't think John, I think John would take this information and then bury it down inside and be like, okay, fine, but I don't really want that. That's neither here nor there. But I think Sam is that angry, and Bran, who knows what he would do. Like, he's also another kind of wild card. You never know when he's just gonna show up in the courtyard and just throw some knowledge in.
I honestly think that he's just weird, and like he's not out for himself anymore or anything.
But I also think he's kind of like if
he believes John
Doctor
should be
Strange,
king,
where I think he has some knowledge and he sort of might know how things go. Like when he told Sam, like, now is the time. It's like he knew that this was the moment that needed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that knowledge needs to be shared now. So I feel like he has a little bit of a guiding hand to what's going on. So if other people need to know, I feel like, he would be the one to share it, or he'll at least be the one to confirm that, yes, this is true. I agree with people who commented on how Daenerys didn't question why John could ride a dragon. That should have been something that, maybe she just thought, hey, he stood me, so now he can ride a dragon.
I think she's arrogant enough to think that she has enough power to just tell the dragons it's okay. So, are you reading that there?
Yeah, I'm reading Alexander saying that we'll get much into the White Walker and their culture. But, the end of this, so you think that it's just going to be a giant fight through the end of these episodes, and that's all, they're just going to be the big bad? Like, we're not going to get any nuance to them beyond that? Like, that's my question. Yeah, I feel like their culture is something that's going to inform how they're A, defeated, or B, like, how the end happens.
I think it's going to inform how they end up getting defeated. And I've seen more than one theory that would make sense to me of how the story has to go out, that they have to essentially just kind of destroy all magic for this cycle to truly be over. Like the Night King has to die, so his White Walkers die, and the dragons have to die in the conflict also, and so that everything, it'll just be humans now.
Oh, okay.
And to me that makes sense for telling this story, so that, like, you know, when it's wrapped up, it meant something. It's not just like, oh well, we got to do that again in a couple thousand years.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Word. So I think that the Jamie on trial in Winterfell is just like one of the dramatic things that they have to do, because there's no way that they slit Jamie's throat in this trial. Some nuance, yes, as to their motivation, their beef with TCOF. Oh,
the
man.
Children of the Forest.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is Forest, I guess.
But no elaborate plot. Word.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think that the show would have like room for an elaborate plot, just because that always takes more time. But yeah, I think some information as to, you know, what's going down in their thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think they'll do some of that. But yeah, so there's no way Jamie. The worst case is Jamie convinces them to let him do, a trial by combat thing, and if he survives the fight against the White Walkers, then he's okay.
You think Bran's gonna say something to people?
No, I think that Bran is going. I think that Bran's gonna mind F Jamie, and
really,
like, tell him something about like how he has to kill Cersei, or any number of other things. Yeah, I don't think Bran's gonna come out with anything, because all this is Daenerys and her seeking revenge for what he did to her father, and Bran's above all that kind of stuff. And I think Bran's even above revenge for himself.
For killing her father.
Yeah.
Not trial for throwing Bran out of a...
Yeah, no, because I don't think
Bran is...
like, Bran's still the only one that really knows, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he never told anyone, so... Yeah. So I don't think Bran's going to bother with those things. I think that Bran's going to get his little bit of revenge by giving Jamie information that he's probably not going to want to hear. Stuff that he has to do, or how he's going to die, or what he's destined to do. So that's just me. So I can't tell you the number of people that were like, how did Tormund get off the wall? It's like, he's a big dude. He rolled a big slab of ice down the side of the wall when it was collapsing. Let it go. Come on, there's dragons. Anything could happen.
He's awesome. He's got great facial expressions.
Yeah, they're not going to let him die by the by the wall collapsing on him. Remember,
I don't think they're going to let him die off screen.
The truth about her father from both Selmy and Tyrion. Who's Selmy?
Selmy.
We should know this. I know we should. We're not good Game of Thrones people. I didn't read the book, so she did. So she... I can't get over there.
You can't reach me.
I can't.
Yeah, I do remember that day.
Ha! Her.
Oh, God. Ah.
But yeah, so Tyrion did tell...
Yes. Yeah, she knew that, like, she didn't ride into Westeros being like, you wrongly killed my father. Like, she was informed that, yes, we are. See the comments on Twitch?
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, yes. She I think had kind of come to grips. Barristan. Ah, yes, Barristan. Barristan Selmy was he was in the Kingsguard. He was the head of the Kingsguard, and he left because
now
he'd
they're
had
asking
enough.
us to shoot a porno. Nice.
Nice.
No, don't worry. No spoilers here because we didn't watch the episode that leaked.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Barristan. And do you remember Barristan had left because...
I don't remember who Barristan is.
He was old. He was an older Kingsguard, and he was pushed out, basically, because they wanted Jamie to become the head of the Kingsguard.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I believe. And so I think they just removed him, and he was like, yeah, I'm out. And he went across the sea to... It was like, whoever the Lannisters pissed off and pushed out, they were like, well, I'm going to go see this Targaryen chick and see what's going on there, because you guys are not doing a good job at all.
Word. So, we got Gigi Muzzy in Ruby Horseshoe Porn. Oh, Gigi Muzzy. Now I got to figure out how to get this on there. You keep talking.
Sir Barristan, former captain of the King's Guard, Jamie's idol, yep. The only one pardoned by Robert. That's right. And then he became a counselor to Danny when he went over. Oh man, my brain just stopped to a screeching halt. Oh yeah, so...
Oh, no.
What?
No, you keep talking. I was talking about your brain screeching halt.
So, yeah, she seems to be... That was part of her... I think, she had to have kind of a coming of age as she was going through, across the Narrow Sea, going through all the lands, marine and everything, because she had to kind of figure out what kind of ruler she was going to be before she came across to make the final, march to reading and talking is always not a good thing, to claim the Iron Throne and to fight for the Iron Throne. And so the feeling always was that she really had a good sense of what went wrong with her father, which was why she's like, okay, he seemed like he was a little insane. And one of the reasons the Targaryens were insane was because they had horrible inbreeding, and that was probably one of the reasons why. What was her father's name? Poop. Rhaegal is her. The Mad King. Yep, that's not going to come out of my brain today.
That's fine.
And yeah.
Hello to all the new people in the Twitch stream there. We're getting some fun questions in there.
We sure are.
It's all right. No, still asking us if we're a couple.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Still not going to shoot a porno.
No.
Yeah, it's a whole new crowd when we're talking Game of Thrones.
It sure is.
So yeah. So I think I'm interested to see how Danny will respond to this information. That's an interesting, because she has been so singular of purpose from the time that her brother was grooming her, through understanding that he was kind of crazy, and grooming herself to become a queen and know what kind of queen she wanted to be, and this whole mother figure that she's been, and it's going to be, I think, kind of a shock that she's had this one focused goal. This is what I'm doing, and oh hey, here's this piece of information. Ta-da! He's your nephew. Gross. And he's the rightful heir to the throne, because he was a direct line. So, yeah. Where are we going to go?
Where are we going to go?
What's going on, baby?
Well, I'm just trying to keep chat from going crazy.
Phew, it was going pretty crazy.
Yeah, it sure was. Somehow we became popular enough for... Oh, now we got 11 people in here, so that means we're going to get all kind of fun stuff going on. All right. Well, let's make sure that we haven't missed anything. No.
Nope, she hasn't had anything to do.
Oh, we have someone else in the YouTube chat. Hello, Adam.
Oh, cool.
Well, look at that. See? Look, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. So, sorry about that distraction, but I don't have any moderators, so, I'm trying to run everything myself. All right, so see the episode is leaked, so now I can't really do theory stuff, because anyone that comes in with a cool theory, we're just going to think that they watched the episode already. But I mean,
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we are gonna wrap up.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea,
because we have to get our snacks and everything, get ready for hey. Adam, welcome to the thing. Good night in Twitch land. Hopefully, if we're not too stupefied by what happens, we will be back here shortly after 10 o'clock Eastern time, which is about an hour and a half from now, giving you instant reactions to the episode.
Yeah, this was another 54, 56-minute episode, I think.
Yeah.
And then they said getting longer next week.
Yeah, and so we'll need a little bit of time to prep and everything. But So hopefully see you here later on. If not, Tuesday we do Discovery, Star Trek Discovery talk. And this one's going to be the last one since they had the season finale. So, fingers crossed. We have a good episode tonight. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you later.